Welcome to the Woman Crown podcast. My name is Mwendenjada and I am excited to have you all. I trust that you've had a lovely week just as I've had. And today I'm really excited because I have someone special with me to help us in a discussion that I believe only a man could handle best, because I want to hear from a man's perspective on some of the mistakes that ladies make when you meet and like a guy, because there are very many mistakes that I have seen. And this week I was just observing some of my single friends and how maybe they behave around, and it had me thinking also, because at some point I was also single and there's some mistakes that we make. Sometimes maybe we don't know, and that is why I have a man to help us know, because for sure there's something that men see and it's good for us to hear from their perspective. And I loved one quote by Mark Twain. It says that never allow someone to be your priority while allowing yourself to be their option. In other words, in those times, sometimes you may seem so desperate because it's like you're forcing yourself to a man who has not even declared the intention. So with me today is my husband by the name Benjamin Jada. If you've never met him, this is the face behind the Jada. And I'm really, really honored to have him here. So he will do more of the introduction and say more of what he does besides being my husband, because husband is a full-time job. So, honey, welcome to the set. How are you?
I'm very well.
You excited to be here?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm excited. But you have ambushed me from this is supposed to be when I'm going to bed.
That's why I say that this is your full-time job. So when I call on your boss calls, you show up.
Who's boss?
Right now I'm boss because this is the Woman Crown podcast.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is your domain.
Yes, this is my domain.
Alright. By the way, you're doing a good job.
Thank you.
I'm so looking forward to everything that this podcast is going to become.
Thank you, babe. So tell us more. Aside from you being my husband, what else do you do?
You just said husband is a full-time job.
No, but you have side hustles.
I have a side hustle. If this is a full-time job, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, but of course I'm a preacher and I run a company called the Man Code. Yeah, so basically that's it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So today we are talking about some of the mistakes ladies make when they like a man, because I tend to believe there's so much that you see.
Yeah, we do.
From the other end. Because sometimes we may think like, do you pick anything from maybe I always texting you every now and then?
Like you now texting me.
No, let's say we are not, babe. Here, like you're the man, and we are helping especially other single people outside there.
Single people?
Yes.
We are not single.
Come on. We are married, but in this case we are talking.
There's no
so
case
right now
in
you're
which
assuming.
We are not married.
Come on, baby. Okay, yes, I know that, but help us understand.
Okay.
Yes.
So this chick meets a guy and then begins liking the guy.
Yes.
So has the guy communicated interest?
No.
The guy has not communicated interest.
Yes.
So probably the first mistake most single ladies do when they meet a nice guy, maybe the guy will end up with them or end up asking them out, but the thing they do is to make assumptions.
Wow.
Make assumptions.
Yeah.
So just because you like somebody doesn't mean they like you back.
Yes.
And they're not obligated to like you back.
Yeah.
Secondly, just because you notice somebody doesn't mean necessarily they noticed you. You remember like the way you noticed me and me hadn't noticed.
Now you're coming to throw in the shades.
Anyway, the point is, just because you notice somebody maybe in a social gathering, in a club somewhere, in church, in an event, it doesn't mean necessarily they noticed you, or if they noticed you, they noticed you like an attraction or the way you like them.
Okay.
You see, because a lady can see a guy and see the potential, see everything, see themselves with the guy, and probably feel, oh, maybe because they said hi, you know, they lingered in their eye contact, or the handshake lingered a bit, probably they're interested at the same level.
Yeah.
So the best thing is never to make an assumption. Don't make any assumption concerning. Just be very open-minded. Just give it all the possibilities that can come up from that.
Okay.
And in doing that, number one, you secure yourself, like you guard your heart, and then you give yourself the opportunity to process things, because you could have seen the guy and gotten infatuated. Just that rush of, you know, the chemicals and the hormones in you get you excited, but there is nothing objective, you see. And once you get excited like that, it could lead to focalism. Probably you're just seeing this guy, he's presenting something in an event you're in, probably a CEO's breakfast, or, you know, he's in church, he's preaching, or he's making a business speech, you're one of the interviewers there, and you see the way he's dressed, the way he's smelling nice, you know, he's very articulate, very forward-going, and you think, hey man, this is it, yeah, this is Mr. Right here, like this is the perfect guy for you. And just because of that, you know, that sample observation, you miss out on a lot. There's more to people than what we see. They say, yeah, first impressions do tell a lot, but there is much more than that, than meets the eye.
For sure.
And when you just get excited that very moment and begin to assume things, then you set yourself up for heartbreak and for failure. So give yourself time.
Yeah.
Cut the guy some slack.
Yeah.
Like, give him the opportunity to choose you. You know, we guys like to choose. You know, we are hunters, so we like to choose our prey. You know, we like to choose the person we end up with. We don't want something to be forced on us.
Okay.
We don't want, you know. And yeah, it's not good to position yourself and to, you know, socially mobile women. Like if you're a woman who knows her space and who knows how to network, you don't have to be pushy. You don't have to throw yourself at a guy. You know, you just do the necessary with courtesy, with proper etiquette, carrying out yourself like a woman who knows what she wants. And then if you're within the field of view of the guy, if he sees you and he sees what he likes, he will approach you. If he doesn't, then sadly that's it.
So you've said field of view. What does that mean?
Field of view is, you know, the periphery where you are, the social setting, the setting where you're meeting. Probably it's the matatu or you know, at the bus stop.
The place of meeting.
So if you're within what he can see and what he's interested in, what he can see, then he'll pursue. If he's not interested, then sadly that's it.
So it's always for the guy to pursue.
Yeah, it's always for the guy to pursue, but also incumbent on the lady to position herself, like to be properly, to carry herself out properly, so that, you know, she can be noticed.
That's right. That's right. Now, you talked about assumptions, but there are instances where maybe a guy could show so much interest, like these guys who are the nice guys. So in the morning you're there texting, hey, good morning, how are you? At break time you're there texting, how are you doing, how is work? Like, you just want to keep on chatting with this lady. And I feel some guys, they could be sending the wrong pictures that
they're leading you along.
Yes, that could be making this lady just be there thinking someone is really interested in me, yet the guy is just maybe forming a friendship.
Yeah, the nice guy syndrome. Unfortunately, we are in a culture that, you know, if you're just nice to a person, it's sensible. Unfortunately, we're in that culture where any nice thing, just being a gentleman, it's not even like you're hitting on a girl. Just being a gentleman, the kawaida chivalry, you know, pulling a chair for a lady. If a girl is behind you, personally, the way I was raised, if a lady is behind me and I'm going through a door, I would hold the door for them. You know, if we are taking a ride and we are a number of people and there's a lady in my presence, I would open the doors, because that's how I was raised. You know, and unfortunately that can be taken to be a signal that I'm trying to impress the girl. No, it's not. It's chivalry, it's being a gentleman. You know, and guys are so rough out there that gentlemen like us, gentlemen like us are so rare, and our the way we carry out ourselves, like, really stands out. the exception, I don't know, to a lady. And of course, because that is different, somebody will be forgiven for thinking otherwise. But you see, the principle always is, the rule of thumb is, until he asks objectively, spokenly, says he's interested in you being his girlfriend or being exclusive in any way, don't assume it. Let him send the chats, let him send the flowers, let him send the chocolate, let him take you out for dinners, enda rarua hizo dinners. Sio vibaya wewe, even if you're a chat girl, kwenda na msee hapo hivyo anakupeleka Kibandaski ama Kepinski, mnaenda mnararua pale hivyo Machakodondo ama mnaenda mnararua whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, that's even basic dating. You know, basic dating also allows for that. You see, like, you can just go out with a guy, have coffee, have conversation, but it shouldn't mean anything more than that. It shouldn't mean anything more than that. Like, you can just, you're not being tagged along. So wait until they say something. Wait until they say something.
Yes, my ladies, you've heard. Wait until the guy communicates.
Yes.
If he hasn't asked you out, ask the girlfriend.
Not asked you out. I can ask you out as a friend. The thing is, communicate exclusivity. Like, could you be my girlfriend?
Yeah.
I'm taking you out to this date because I want this and this and that. It's either a business meeting or it's we are just friends. Now you're exclusive to me, you're my chick. Yeah. So it's not just asking you out. I can ask, like, you can ask anybody out. But doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there has to be clear communication.
There has to be clear communication.
Okay, that's amazing. What's another mistake?
The other mistake is getting too excited.
Wow.
Because this guy that you crush, amekusalimia. There is this meme at it, where the crush says hi. Maybe they want to ask for something, and probably they think you're the only person who can help them, and then they say hi. The guy replies, hi very much, please. Like, that over excitement. Like, it's oh my god, it's my crush. It's my crush calling. You have to check your voice, you have to do all that. Your crush said hi to you in the elevator, and you just lose on self. That over excitement kills objectivity. The other thing, like, crush kills discernment. If you're crushing on somebody, it's likely that your discernment is out of the window. Like, objectivity, it's out of the window. Because
a crush is physical.
It's very physical. It's very, it's sensual. It's just in the realm of feelings. There's no, there's no mental to it. Like, there's no values to it. There's no principle. You're not objective. So, the other thing is, what I would say is, I think the other mistake that ladies make when you find a guy who you like, unakimbia, unaenda una announce.
You go and tell your friends.
Go tell your girlfriend. Oh, I met this guy, this dude. It's nini, and then you start adding chumvi. Like, you start, exaggerating stuff, out of proportion. The way he smiled at you, the way you are the only focus there. The way he even, like, offered you a lift in his Maserati. Would you hop in my Maserati? You start, just exaggerating stuff, which didn't happen. Now, that puts you in a position where now you need to prove, even to your girls. Because now your girls will wonder, what happened to that Maserati dude?
So you'll have to start faking things.
You start faking things, number one, or now you throw yourself at the guy. Just throw yourself at the guy to prove to your chicks or to your friends that, hey, Maze, there's something actually happening. There's something actually going on. Kumbe, there's nothing that is going on. And then you throw yourself at the guy, and probably you find a guy who is not well put together. You know what they do? They will use you, and then they'll move on. Because you're just available. You're available. You've shown yourself available, and of course, most times when a chick is throwing themselves at a girl, at a guy, there's no length they won't go.
True.
There's no length they won't go. That's when ladies start doing, which is maybe our next point. They start giving him husband privileges, go over, wash clothes, they cook, they do all those things just so that the guy can begin to like. They give money, they do all that, you know, and it's not proper. Yeah, it's not proper. Yeah. Now, which brings us to our next point. Like, if now this is a scenario where you like the guy probably has liked you, he's giving you feedback, and you guys are going out, he's communicated, you know, he likes you and he wants you exclusive in a way, and then now you throw all caution to the wind. You start giving him husband privileges. Yes. Now, besides sex, you know, start doing chores at home, you know, start washing his clothes, you're there, you're picking his laundry, dropping off, you know, there's that one for once in a while where you're doing him a favor, and you probably just, he was busy, and you know, he asked you, oh, can you pick this for me and drop it somewhere. Yeah, there's those ones, but there's that unhealthy one of you're always there, you know, you're the one cooking, you're the one who does everything, you know. That one is not healthy. That one is not healthy. You're not proving anything to him. If a guy likes you, whether you know how to cook or you don't, it's totally fine. Like, you learn those things in a way. If you know how to keep your house or not, I'm not just now saying that you should just be there and you don't have these skills, but it's usually an issue. If a guy really likes you and the objective in marrying you, like, they'll take you with those flaws, you learn along the way, they'll be patient with you, you learn to cook, you learn to you know, to keep the house and all that is necessary. You know, so that is the other level of madness now, when you're giving him all the mad sex and you're even getting pregnant for him, and you know, there's no that he has not brought you to the place of marriage. Now you're not married to him. All of a sudden you have a child. You think that if there's a child in the equation, yours will be better. They'll love you more now because of the child. No, the child is a totally different entity. It could be even more complicated. You know, and just because the sex is steamy doesn't mean you're relationally compatible. It could only be steamy sex, but after that, after those 15 few minutes, it's Nivita too, it's just war, and yeah, that's how our girls go.
Oh wow, I'm learning this. I would also like you to touch on, I feel that another mistakes maybe girls do is being too available. When the guy has not communicated, but anytime the guy wants you, you'd rather stop whatever you're doing to go see the guy. I feel, do you...
It's being cheap, it's not being rare. Yeah, but it depends again. It depends on the kind of guy and what kind of engagement they want you for. You know, there are those serious things that when he's calling you, probably he's calling you, yes, you come, we go over to this key meeting here, or so we go to this autonomy class, or we go to, you know,
if it's something that's adding value
to you,
good.
That's fine, you can be as available. But those ones of, you know, we go catch pints, we go to this club and drink. That one is just being, you know, it's just being cheap. It shows that you don't have a life, you don't have a line that you're pursuing for yourself. And guys like a chick who knows what she wants. Who has a direction for her life. You know. And also, I think that aspect of being too available also works for the dude. You know, like, even guys, I know guys will listen to this, like, don't just be too available for nonsense, like for useless things. You know, a girl is just calling you out of nowhere, you just appear, like, you know, scarcity builds value. Scarcity builds value. And to the chick side, don't be so much into the guy's space. Guys like their space. Even if he's that sanguine, like super sanguine, he likes people and he likes the great outdoors, he likes party. There's a point it comes, they just want to be alone in that cocoon and think about nothing and probably play games or, you know, catch up with his boys or whatever it is. You know, they just need to recline, and you should know not to interfere with that space.
You're dropping real gems.
Yes.
Now, I have another question for you. Do you, can you tell, you know, some girls, they think simply because maybe they have a crush, you talked about crushes, that the guy will not know. And how they're behaving, it's obvious that that the guy is going to know. So from your end, those days when you were single, or when I had a crush on you, did you know that?
Yeah, I could tell.
You could tell?
Yeah. Yes, it was so obvious.
Are you trying to really now?
Yes, it's so obvious. The way you used to tell me, you don't call me sis, I'm not your sister. Like, what is that?
No, but at that time we were friends.
Yeah, so I've called you sister.
I mean, babe, now why are you doing this? You know, you're on my set.
Yeah.
I could just switch off the microphone on you.
You're lost. You need this material. Anyway, so it's easy for a guy to know that a chick is throwing themselves at him. And it could turn out either way. Could take up the opportunity and you'd end up well, like Ruth and Boaz, or he could see that as a opportunity to abuse you.
Yes.
You know, just to misuse you, take you, have you for sex, or to meet whatever other things. You know, there are chicks who are just like crazy. If they like a guy, they like a guy.
Yeah.
So they are giving money, they are doing all these things, they are registering business in his name, they are taking loans and giving the guy. You know, it's crazy. And the guys are just there, stringing them along and laughing and enjoying the moment and getting rich while at it, and then it ends in tears. So we don't want for it to end in tears for you. We want it to end in praise. So don't throw yourself at a guy, don't make it too obvious. I know crashes happen, but if you're guarding your heart again, you should not just crash on any other guy out there.
True.
Yeah, so that's very important. The other thing maybe I will say is some of the things that chicks do is, and also people who have started dating and have not reached to a place where it's healthy to do things like investing together. This is like it's a double-edged sword. I've seen people who, while they started dating, like it went well.
Yes.
Yeah, they started dating and then started investing money together, you know, taking loans together, you know, buying stuff together, just being, you know, business savvy together.
Yeah.
And it ended well. You know, like merging their finances. Even me and you, we merged our finances quite early. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
And I've also seen people who have merged their finances, taken loans, and it ended in tears. Yeah. So you need to be very, very, very careful. Like, be very careful. Always err on the side of caution. Like, take caution. Don't just be led by feelings and this feel good thing and the big promises that the guy is beaming at you. Just be very objective. If you're investing money together and you're not married already, invest something that you can be comfortable losing.
Yes.
Yeah. If it's 500,000, you're okay with losing 500,000. Put in 500,000. If 500,000 is too expensive for you to lose, please don't. Please don't. If you guys are going to be together, there's no problem waiting. Hakuna place business inaenda. Like, there's no way our business is going. You know, these deals will always come. They'll always be there, and you'll have those opportunities to invest together. So don't take loans. You know, don't start, you know, going into ventures together just because you like it. Or, you know, some of them could be using you. Some of them could be playing that game because they know you have money. They know you have money, so they pretend to like you. They bring you to their quarters, so you begin enjoying time together, and before you know it, it's brought into your bank accounts and all that, which is quite risky.
Yeah. Hey, thank you so much. Like, I feel this is a conversation that we can go on and on and on because there are so many things, but I've really loved the points that you have touched on. And for you all, my ladies out there who are still waiting, good men still exist, and good things come to those who wait. So don't be desperate by what seems to come your way and it seems convenient. Just because it's convenient, it doesn't mean that it's the best thing for you, or that is the best person for you. So just be patient and wait. Let the guy communicate before you can start opening your heart and pouring out your feelings and everything, and even telling your friends about this guy. In other words, learn to wait, learn to discern. Discernment is key. And finally, just know that there are good people outside there. And if you place yourself in a good place or in a good environment, then you're going to bloom and you're going to become a cute flower, a beautiful flower that's seen and that's attractive to the people who see it, and the people who could come and add value to you. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Woman Crown podcast. I'm going to have my husband more and more as we keep discussing different things. Remember to follow me on my social media platforms at Mwendenjada on Instagram, and on Facebook, Marge with Enjadas. Oh, yes. And on Facebook, Marge.
Just Marge.
Yes.
Probably on YouTube, it's Marge with Enjadas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. So until next time, enjoy your week and bye.
Toulouse.